Part 1. White Clouds. Horsebow Moon. Rumors of a Reaper. As cold air begins to creep in from the north of Fargus, Fodlan welcomes the riches of fall. The women spend their days reaping the golden fields, gratefully embracing the bounty the goddess has once again provided. The men venture into the wilds with horsebows and empty sacks ready to be filled with game.
Okay, I've decided on the composition. That's right, the composition for my next Wait, Professor? How long have you been standing there? You haven't been watching me, have you? No, I misspoke. Did I say painting? I meant to say, Well, I've thought for a while that it might be nice to paint the scenery here. The contours of that tree, set against the stark shapes of the faraway peaks. Of course, I only paint after I've finished my chores. I'd never put my art before my responsibilities. My studies are paramount. I shall always uphold my duties as a student of the Officers' Academy, whereas art is a hobby of mine, you might say. Everyone has hobbies, right? I'm sure you have one. Oh, well, perhaps it's different for you, Professor. But it's perfectly normal for people to have hobbies. Reading, for instance, or fishing, or taking midday naps. For me, it's making art. Hobbies are healthy. They're a good way of relieving stress. You might consider taking up a hobby, Professor. Anything to clear your mind. Think about it. It's much easier to focus if you're feeling refreshed. There isn't a rule against hobbies, is there? If you tell me to stop, I'll stop. I shall never again put brush to canvas. Really? It's okay for me to paint? Well, I mean, if you're sure. But really, it's nothing more than a little diversion, a frivolous pastime. I think I ought to go back to my quarters now, if it's all the same to you.
As I believe you are already aware, Seteth's younger sister Flayn has gone missing. At present, all we know for certain is that she has not left Garreg Mach.
Flayn is not the type of person to just wander off on her own without telling me where she is going. We have searched the monastery thoroughly, but have found nothing. I am now mobilizing the knights to begin searching the town. Troubling rumors have been running rampant lately. I do not wish to consider the worst, but
there are rumors of someone prowling the streets and attacking innocents night after night. The Knights have investigated the matter. They have not discovered any remains, nor have they found any concrete evidence.
the people are panicked. They all insist someone called the Death Knight is coming to claim their souls with his blade. There is no way she could have escaped unscathed if she were captured by such a fiend. Where is she?
Seteth, recall that impatience begets error. Please do your best to calm yourself. I think of your sister as family as well. You know that. You have my support. We will devote ourselves fully, mind, body, and soul to recovering her. Professor, your mission for this month is to help find Flayn. The Knights have the town covered, so I ask that you focus your efforts on searching the monastery again. We do not have time to waste. You have your orders.
What? Flayn is missing?
So finding Flayn is our mission for the month, I take it?
Wait. Who's Flayn?
Seteth's little sister. Surely you've seen her flitting about the monastery. She is the girl who looks about the same age as me, but seems well beyond her years. Seteth is much older than Flayn. He's always looking out for her. He must be worried sick. If I were to go missing, I can't imagine what that would do to my brother.
When searching for something, it's best to start by gathering information. Hopefully someone has seen Flayn. No sign of her leaving the monastery, huh? That is, assuming we can actually trust that information.
Oh, but I'm sure this space has no shortage of secret passages and hiding spots.
True. For now, there's not much we can do aside from making a thorough search of the monastery.
Let's ask around and see what we turn up. You never know who might have seen something.
Can I ask you a favor? Sheesh. Thanks. That was a big help. Professor Manuela ran off with Professor Yuritz's mask? What could that possibly mean?
Well, that's suspicious. Sounds like we should try talking to them.
Professor Yuritsa is almost certainly in the training grounds or his quarters. Where was that again? Oh, over on the eastern side of the Knight's Hall.
Hey, Professor. There are a lot of hardworking people here at the Academy, huh? Even Claude. He acts carefree, but secretly he's so serious. Everyone focuses on training without even needing to be told. Maybe they think I must protect my friends, even if I have to risk my neck. Of course, I'll try to protect them, but I don't understand why anyone would want to risk their life for someone else. When you die, no matter how you died, it's over. To me, it's more important to enjoy life. We only live once, after all. It's a waste to spend all your time working and being responsible, right? Well, no matter what people may think, I'm going to keep being me. So in our next battle, I'll support everyone from the sidelines. Aw, come on, please. How about I do something for you as a way of saying thanks? Oh, I know! I'll let you join me for dinner in the city. Two pretty ladies strolling around town. I'm sure someone will treat us. Okay, just think on it.
Claude, are you aware of the most recent conflict within the Alliance?
Hello to you too, Lawrence. And you'll have to be more specific. The Alliance is always bickering over one thing or another.
Margrave Edmund is raising objections over the assignment of his troops to the eastern defenses.
If you please one noble, another will only gripe. No matter what happens, there will always be conflict.
That is just the kind of lackadaisical attitude that causes more conflict among us than necessary. Now, listen to me carefully. House Edmund may not hold much land, but the land they do control is quite rich. They also maintain a thriving port. Their influence is poised to rival even the most powerful players in the Alliance. Yet they claim they cannot spare a fair share of troops? Do you find it acceptable to let such an obviously unreasonable—
It's not as though the threat of Elmira to the east has proven all that threatening of late.
Such negligence! What makes you so certain the Elmira— If certain dukes hold back their proper share of support, it will only serve to weaken House Goneril's hold of our eastern flank.
Calm yourself. I am well aware that the financial situation of House Edmund is quite exceptional. However, what you fail to realize is that they're lacking in troops. They're not lying when they say they don't have that many to spare. As it were, the Elmirans have been nothing but peaceful since we refortified Fodlan's Locket. And are you aware that Margrave Edmund paid the majority of the costs for those repairs?
Is that so?
In fact, it's largely thanks to the skilled craftsmen he assembled that the fortress is now so impregnable. I, for one, wouldn't want to attack a fortress as formidable as that.
I do see your point. If House Edmund has already made its fair contribution, but even the sturdiest fortress needs soldiers to defend it. If we continue to squabble amongst ourselves, it will eventually fall.
Well, and here I thought he only cared about status. Still, if someone like him really came to lead the Alliance, it would not bode well for Elmira.
Whew. Time to rest.
Hey, Raphael. This scene, why is it oddly familiar?
It's almost like this stuff is drawn to me whenever I'm in town. I'm just happy I can use my muscles to help out around here.
But isn't your goal to become a knight? Running errands isn't exactly a knight's job.
I heard that proper knights always help those in need. Isn't that right?
Well, you're not wrong, but I think most people would consider that only a small part of a knight's duty. A knight's main function is to fight and defend, don't you think? That said, I'll agree that helping anyone and everyone who needs it makes you a remarkably virtuous person, which is even better.
If someone virtuous becomes a knight, they'll be a virtuous knight, right? That's about as proper as you can get.
Yes, I suppose so. I, for one, would certainly look for virtue in any knight that I recruited.
So you're saying I'm the type of knight you want to hire for House Regan?
Absolutely. If I somehow actually manage to become the head of my house, that is. I can't see into the future, but you have my word that I'll do all I can to help make your dream a reality. That is, if you're actually able to let somebody help you out rather than helping out the whole world by yourself.
I'm not gonna stop helping others, but you can do me all the favors you want. All this talk of being proper is making me hungry. For my first favor, why don't you bring me a snack?
Hey, Ignatz. Getting lost in your imagination again?
No, today I am praying. I'm hoping that if I pray with all my might, she will appear before me.
The goddess, you mean?
Yes. Perhaps it's strange to think about such things.
Nah, you're fine. If I had the chance to meet the goddess, I certainly wouldn't say no. Especially your version of the goddess, huh? A total looker, isn't that right?
That's a disrespectful way of putting it. I just believe that she's a divine beauty. She'd have to be, considering how she mesmerized the people of Fodlan when she walked among them.
Too true. No doubt an incomparable beauty, that one. Who do you think is lovelier, the goddess or our own Teach?
You can't go around saying things like that. How am I supposed to answer?
Funny to think that even now she must be somewhere, right? Well, I guess she's just floating on a cloud or whatnot.
Yes, indeed. Watching over us from above. And they say that someday she will return to walk amongst us again.
Well, don't mind me. You go ahead and get some good praying in. If the goddess appears, you let me know, okay?
What? No. If she does appear, I want it to just be the goddess and me.
It'll be way better if I'm there too. I'm saying this for your benefit, Ignatz.
Why?
Imagine an incomparable beauty standing before you. Do you really think you'll be able to remain calm?
Well, that is to say...
But if I'm there, I can smooth things over. Have a nice chat, invite her to tea. Everything a goddess deserves.
Oh. Well, I suppose that makes sense.
Of course it does. Now, get on with it. Pray like you've never prayed before. As you can see, if we were to face an enemy on this terrain, I would go here, and you would go here.
Hang on. If we're trying to repel the enemy, I should be positioned there, correct?
Huh? I'm not sure that's the best idea. Take a closer look at this map. See, there's a graveyard over here. Might run into some of those ghosts you hate so much.
Claude, will you knock it off already? So help me. If you continue treating me like a child, I'll...
Easy there. I'm sorry, okay? Just don't start blasting off any spells in here.
I've more pride than to turn an unarmed soldier to cinders. It wouldn't kill you to speak to me as an equal when we're discussing matters as serious as this.
Actually, I see you as more than an equal. There's no questioning the power you wield. And I was being serious about the formation just now. The bit about the ghosts was just me having fun with you. Or trying to. You're so smart, I figured you'd catch on to that right away. But back to the formation. Can you see why I arranged it like I did? The area I want you to guard requires the ability to adapt to an ever-changing situation. Who else could I trust with such a difficult task?
Perhaps that's true.
Think back to the times we fought together. When have I ever treated you like a child on the battlefield? I depend on you, Lysithea. I value your power almost as much as I do Teach's.
Truly?
I swear to you on all of Fodlan. I'd like to have my fun, but I wouldn't joke about something like that. I consider you a valued ally. I'll stop now before I inevitably drift back into teasing you again. Just know that I meant every word, okay?
Fair enough then. from here forward, and I admit that you are not short on talent.
Marianne, please accept my apologies for my behavior yesterday.
I'm not sure what you mean.
Asking you about your family like that was pretty insensitive of me. No matter how curious I am, that's no way to treat someone. I'm sorry.
Oh, no. You weren't being insensitive. I just didn't want to talk about it. I don't spend much time talking about myself. Not to people, anyway.
If not people, then with who? Unpeople? Non-people?
Well, yes. I'm much more comfortable talking to anyone who isn't a person.
I was actually joking, but now I'm mystified. Who is it you like to talk to?
Dorte the horse.
Ah, of course. Good old Dorte. And does he understand what you tell him?
We understand each other. He tells me when he's sleepy, or when his stomach hurts, or if his nose itches.
Sounds like a complainer, that Dorte. But let's table this fascinating discussion for just a moment. Now that we've gotten in some small talk, I'd like to know what you're hiding. You are hiding something, right? Your lineage?
No.
If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If it's all just idle. But if it's something silly like, my ancestors were cursed, therefore I'm cursed, you should know that I won't accept that nonsense. That sort of thinking is stupid. Say your ancestors were thieves. Does that make you a thief, even if you've never stolen a thing? Of course not.
But people have burdens to bear from the moment they're born. My burdens are so big that
People certainly are born with burdens. She's right about that. But Marianne, don't you know that you can choose not to carry them? What are you writing there, Hilda? Wait, let me guess. You're replying to one of your brother's letters, right?
Of course. It's a pain, but I make sure to always send him a response, otherwise he'll worry. It's much easier than when we lived together. A few letters here and there are a small price to pay for this peaceful, brother-free environment.
Well, that's a fine thing to do regardless of your reasons. As for me, it's been far too long since I've written to my parents.
Oh, I thought your father had died.
Not quite. He's still alive and kicking, as far as I know. The late Duke who died in an accident was my uncle.
I see. I do recall you mentioning that your mother was born into the Regan family. What's your father like, if you don't mind me asking?
He's quite the extravagant character. When I was a kid, he used to tie me to a horse and drag me around.
Excuse me?
In all fairness, I was quite a little brat. The horse thing sounds worse than it is. There's sort of a trick to it.
A trick I hope I never need to learn. Your mother didn't step in and make him stop?
Gods no, she'd just laugh right along with him. If my father is extravagant, my mother's more like a warrior goddess, or maybe a demon queen. This one time, she got into an argument with my combat instructor and wound up in a full-on fist fight with the guy. What's more, she won. My instructor was a mighty warrior, undefeated in 100 battles, but even he was no match for her.
Huh? But your mother is a lady of nobility.
True, but she was the kind of woman to elope with the man she loved and throw it all away. Not your average duchess at all.
Ooh, they eloped. I like that. It's so romantic. Imagine abandoning your family forever to be with the one you love. Not everyone can do that.
It's not a question of can, it's a question of will. Even someone like you who generally despises effort would pull out all the stops for something you really care about. Isn't that right?
Excuse me? I put in plenty of effort.
Hey, that was a compliment. Anyhow, I look forward to the day when something inspires you to try your absolute hardest. It will be something to behold.
So...
Again, Raphael?
Really? I can have this?
We can't have you starving, can we? You're strict. Besides, no troops.
Seriously?
You're welcome. But listen while you eat. I believe it would benefit you. It is the duty of the nobility to protect the common folk. Naturally, I understand that there is a certain Raphael, did you?
Oh, hey! I sent my little sis some of that fancy treat you gave me a while back. She wrote back to say that it was tasty and to thank you. So thanks.
That is excellent news. I'm pleased to hear that you both enjoyed it, but there's no need for you to thank me. It was actually thanks to the wisdom of your words. Mealtime has proven to be ideal.
Yep. It's just like I told you.
That's not quite what I meant.
I could probably keep eating. All right. Time to get back to it, so I...
I've not quite gotten through to you, have I? It is not the duty of a commoner to
But if you hadn't given me food just now, I couldn't have survived on the back. Who'd take care of my little sis if I wasn't around? In a way, by feeding me, you're
It was only a little food.
You're a real decent noble, you know that? All I gotta do is protect you.
I'm not certain your logic is sound, but your dining certainly is a window to the soul. Eating, you're not some gluttonous simpleton. Ignatz, hello.
You frightened me.
Oh, calm yourself.
I thought I'd jot down some sketches of everyone while they're training. But I can't really concentrate.
Just sketches, Even so, they're lovely. They're such...
You really think so?
With skills like that, and your demeanor is different when you... Ah, yes, there's an idea. I had decided to take you into my service.
Becoming a knight was my father's idea.
So you've said. Well then.
A knight who also paints?
I have seen your talent and can a knight with the rare gift of artistic...
Still, I don't understand why you'd want me as one of your knights.
There is more to knighthood than combat. Courtly, a knight with an eye for art and the talent to create it is...
Lawrence, thank you.
Oh, no cause for thanks. Tell me, Marianne. I've happened upon a spot.
I think I would rather
Well, perhaps with a beautiful bouquet in your...
I would never compare myself to the beauty.
I see. Well, did you know that if you only applied yourself a little...
If you admire my handkerchiefs, it was a gift from my adoptive father. I'm sure I don't share his refined sensibility. I have to go.
Such beauty. And yet, with just a little polish, she'd be a marvel. If only she'd put in some effort. There is nothing that I, Lawrence Hellman Gloucester, cannot do.
Thank you, Lawrence.
It was but a trifle.
You're so strong.
Yes, of course. Although, without someone possessed...
Surely, yes. I'm going to keep providing support.
Oh, well, physically...
I knew you would.
Really? You...
Oh, yes. And yet I never have much to write about. That must strike you as a terrible nuisance.
Nuisance? I can think...
Then I'll tell him about...
Oh, fear not. Incident, please use... This will be an...
What a funny boy.
Hello, Leonie.
Yep, lots to do. Hey, can't you see all this stuff I'm carrying?
Alas,
Can't even ask a noble to take a step to the side.
you've injured your foot. I could tell immediately by the way...
What?
Heavy lifting will only worsen the injury.
Hey, cut that out.
I am not bowing to you. I am tending your wound.
That's not what it'll look like. Hey, it's It's fine. Leave it.
Easing the burdens of the common folk is a natural obligation of the nobility.
That's a real pretty way to talk about sitting around in castles doing nothing. Let me tell you, everyone in my village is so grateful to be taxed up to the eyeballs for the privilege of—
Oh, it's quite swollen. And you're feverish.
What? You just—
Certainly. It won't do to be unprepared.
I don't get you, Lawrence.
It seems I've neglected to pack
What, that fancy thing? Hey, no thanks. I don't need
What about the help of a friend? I am as much that as I am a noble, if you recall.
more of your weird logic.
There. That should ease the pain. And since you are recovering,
I really don't understand that guy. Oh no, I completely forgot to thank him.
I just wanted to say that
Oh,
I really
that was difficult.
Lawrence, ever since you started hanging around, I've had no luck.
Your logic is sound, I will admit. Honestly, all this talk of maturity and experience from a
Shallow. What? Like,
Naturally, my... You seem pleased.
oh,
So harsh.
you're always going on about your problem, and I may have told you this before, at least twice.
Your bearing is so flippant that you utterly fail to gain a lady's trust.
All I'm failing to see is you getting a girl's attention.
How dare you?
Listen,
I will concede, I feel the same. I was a touch too stubborn.
it's the same in battle, isn't it? If you don't...
Even so,
Yeah,
I will outclass.
bring it on, Lawrence.
Hey, Ig! Ignatz? Hey! Ignatz is here! What's gotten into him? Hey! Ah! Hey, you've been acting weird lately. Are you sick or something?
Raphael! No, I'm fine.
So what's going on with you? Are you worried about something? Want to talk about it?
I don't know about worried. It's just, you know, your parents.
Hey now!
Ah! What is it?
I thought I told you to drop it. Just forget about it.
I can't just forget about it. You lost your parents. And when you were in need, my family did nothing to help you.
Well, what were they supposed to do about it? It's not like they killed my parents. And besides, that's our folks you're talking about. That's got nothing to do with us, right?
I still can't help but feel responsible.
Look, if you want to do something, just be my pal like you used to. We can eat tasty meals together, play...
Are you sure that's what you want?
Of course it is! We were friends before, and there's no reason we can't be friends now.
Raphael, Thank you. And I'm sorry about before.
so heavy. And I have to return them at some point.
What's going on? Everything okay?
Just my luck.
Lysithia? Oh, wow.
Thank you for the assistance.
Were you planning on carrying this much weight on your own? You should have at least asked for help.
They're all books I need for my studies, and it's my own—
I'm happy to help you carry some of them. How about half?
No, really.
I'm so tough. I'm gonna stand my... And when things don't go my way...
You are remarkably talented at channeling me.
Huh? Oh, no. Sorry. I was imitating my little sister. Her name's Maya. She's way smart, but she can be pretty stubborn. You remind me of her. What I mean to say is that I want to help. So swallow your pride and ask. I'll be carrying this stack of books now. Got a problem with that?
Yeah. You seem obstinately determined to go against my wishes.
All right. Is this a good spot to drop them?
Hey, what are you doing? They need to be stacked neatly, otherwise they'll topple. This one needs to be rearranged, otherwise the rest won't fit properly.
Wow. Talk about picky.
You're the one who was so insistent on helping. If
Fine.
Is that Raphael?
Yeah, I get it. But you need some meat in your diet. I don't know if that's right. You need to eat plenty of bug meat if you...
What? He's...
Huh? Is some... Oh, Marianne! This little birdie was telling me that he missed... Oh.
It appears so.
Why do you think birds fly away when there's more than one person around? Birds never seem to stay put, unless I'm alone.
Birds are very cautious creatures.
You mean they're afraid of loud noises? Oops, that was probably too loud for the birds. How's this? I still haven't met a bird that can speak human.
Huh?
I was mostly talking at him, not to him. I had no idea what he was talking about. Marianne, you always know which birds understand what you're saying. Next time you find a bird who understands you...
Now what am I supposed to do? Oh, hey!
No, I'm on cooking duty today.
All on your own?
No, please.
But won't you
Not at all. I'll be fine. Also, I may not look it, but...
You're right. You don't look it. If you start fumbling around under the weight of all the groceries, look, I'm just saying that could be...
That's what you think of me, huh?
Yep. You're honestly...
I see.
Oh, knock it off with the wounded puppy dog eyes. As though I'm some sort of villain in your story.
I'm sorry. That wasn't my intention. I'm just a bit sensitive, that's all.
I see. No matter how grown you seem to think you are, you can play at being a mature adult, but it only ever...
Enough!
But he's so stubborn despite his ineptitude. He's so foolish, constantly making a
No matter how much we stretch, some things are always beyond us. I think it's fine.
What he said to me before. To everyone else, do I seem just like Ignatz?
Hey, Marianne? Are you there?
Yes. Can I help you?
Do you have a minute?
Huh? Oh,
Then, if you don't mind, would you...
So,
Yes, indeed.
have I done some?
Oh, no, it's nothing like that. Would you close your eyes?
Then how will I...
Just take my hand. There, right there.
Ah, the town is glowing from the sunset.
Yes. Isn't it beautiful?
Very much so.
I was looking at it earlier and I thought to myself, I have to show Marianne.
But why me?
Because you're always looking at your shoes. You never get a chance to appreciate the scenery.
Oh,
See, the best thing about the scenery is, it's always so every view is unique.
You could have just enjoyed it.
I wanted to share this beautiful landscape.
Thank you.
Hey, that's okay. I won't try to express this. Just look and remember. This will make for a nice memory. And maybe remember that I was here too.
I will. I really will. Marianne, do you mind if I ask you about something? Yes? It's about animal behavior. Among us all, you surely know the most about animals. I've read that in outdoor battles, wild animals can sometimes cause unexpected confusion. Are you listening, Marianne? I was listening. I just don't think I can really... For crying out loud! Why? My advice would probably just put everyone in danger. You'd be better off without... This is beyond ridiculous. You're impossible. You seem convinced you're some sort of cursed being. Well... Why do you have such a terrible opinion of yourself? Just nothing. Now you listen to me for a minute. I can see that you have some deep-seated turmoil you struggle with. I'll have you know I have quite a few issues of my own. Real? Yes. But I'm not the only one who has such trouble. That's why it's so each time we find the light in the dark, we grow. And without growth, what's the point in carrying on? Lysithia, I envy your confidence and strength. Don't envy me. Instead, just choose to find the positive, won't you? Yes. Well, maybe someday. The time is now! Oh, okay. That's more like it. Now to start, I'll certainly try my best. Hey, I'm about to take out the trash. Got anything you want me to take? How about these? Just some old study notes of mine.
Wow, that's quite the pile there. You sure it's all fine to throw away?
Of course. It's all safely stored in my brain now. If I concentrate, I can access any of it with ease.
Why am I not surprised?
Okay, here we go. Ugh, this is pretty heavy. Well, it'll be a good... Still, can't hurt to get a little exercise in. I'll just take...
What is it, Lysithia? Was there some...
No, that's not it. I'm sorry for saying your way. You've clearly grown plenty strong. Not to mention, multitasking and training in that way surely presents
Well, sure. But if everyone has their own method, all you did was share them with me. So there's no need for apologies. Still, it's probably beyond me to imitate your levels of focus and concentration. How do you even manage to throw yourself into only one thing like that?
I haven't much choice. I can't waste...
I can understand that. I hate feeling like I'm not getting enough work done. Anyway, you should just do... You've got something you want to achieve, right?
Yes.
Then focus on what matters to you. And hey, if you need any heavy lifting done, you know where to go. The way I see it, it's all training.
You know, Leonie, you're
Whoa, what's...
I was just thinking what an incredible partner you'd make.
What?
I'm not simply saying that.
You're making me blush. What a strange way to compliment someone.
Hello, Marianne. Won't you at least tell me?
I'm not avoiding you.
I told you I'm guessed.
Well,
I'm the same way. The value of my life has always been Dick growing up in House Gots.
what do you believe to turn...
I like to think it's a person's smile.
Huh?
A smile. It tells you who someone is. Are they fake or sincere? My smile helps me focus. And try it out, Marianne.
Smile.
Yeesh, that's a terrific first try. If a bit...
Cheese.
Hey, that was good. It might feel a bit...
Cheese. Are you sure this will make me stronger?
Guaranteed. If you lift your eyes from the ground, the more you realize that, the more you'll smile.
I'll think about it.
Please, don't let me pressure you.
It's not that I don't like going into town. I'm just eager to... I want to go practice my smile. If I keep practicing...
Oh yeah? That sounds... I can't wait to see your best smile. Hilda! Lovely as ever.
Sylvain.
Thank you. If you do, then be careful.
My foot? Oh, no need to worry.
I noticed, since I'm always looking at cute girls, and your foot was better during the battle. You were running all over, just a regular warrior princess.
My friends were depending on me.
Hilda, please don't lie to me. I knew your foot wasn't really hurt. Take it from a guy who does his fair share of pretending to be someone he's not. And I say this as a friend. You are a terrible liar. And those books you left in your room for so long? Teachers and classmates need...
Honestly, I'd completely forgotten that I still had those books. I really was going to return...
Oh yeah. I got an earful of yelling and accusations meant for you.
Huh? Didn't you just say it was...
Nah, I figured the librarian would feel better if they just let loose. No reason to make them wait for you.
I'm so sorry.
Tell you what, all will be forgiven if you promise 3 things.
Aw, Sylvain, I do...
What?
Well, not to offend you, but my brother would probably cut you into pieces the moment he saw your face.
Your brother sounds... terrifying, actually.
We're losing the thread a bit here. Evidently, you can see through my act.
Ha! Well, I'll take what I can get.
It's a deal. Hey.
Hey, Leonie. I mean...
I just...
Nothing much. I was just...
Could you cut the weird metaphor? Oh, wait. I get it.
No! Okay, that compliment back.
This is a joke, right?
What have you got against sunflowers? If you think I only care about delicate, statuesque sunflowers blooming proud...
Is that right?
You better believe it. Hmm?
Look, can you
just go back to normal?
At this point, I feel like anything I say is just going to make you more angry.
Why are you suddenly not capable of...
My eyes have been opened to the charms of the beautiful flower blooming right beside me.
You can quit messing with me at any time.
I'm not.
Would you stop? This is getting weird.
Even sincerity doesn't work? Well, you know what? I'm just going to leave you alone for now. So
Right. Bye. Charming? Me, of all people. Stupid. Hey, Hilda. Whoa. What's with all these expensive necklaces? Why do you have them all laid out like that? Pretty, right? Huh? Just choose. I'm not gonna accept a gift like that without a reason.
Look how gorgeous they are, though.
Maybe for you.
Yes, for me. Why would it be any different for you?
Because to me, those are just fancy decorations. Take this one, for example.
This was the first necklace I picked out for myself. It doesn't suit my style nowadays, so
That's the kind of thing I'm talking about. The sentimental value of each one. These necklaces are nice and all, but I don't have any special feelings or memories about any of them. But this charm, it's packed with things I don't want to forget, even if to you, it's just a dirty hunk of wood.
But still, you're not going to be very popular.
Like I care about that.
You can drop the whole stony face to act. I could even make a charm for you as a gift.
Make a charm for...
Sure, why not? I don't want you to be a... Besides, this happens to be a talent of mine.
Sure. I can't just accept a gift for no... And I'll put plenty of feeling into it.
Oh, that sounds lovely.
I'll see what I can do.
Professor, there's something I need to say. Thank you. How should I put this? I don't seem to be getting along with everyone. I don't contribute much either. Am I a nuisance to you, Professor? If so, I'll leave. Of course, my adoptive father may not understand, but if I must... Oh, my adoptive father is one of the new nobles of the Alliance. His territory is to the north. He was a distant relative who took me in after my parents vanished. He's blessed with great drive and ambition. Some may go so far as to call it avarice. He wishes to marry me off to a powerful noble. That's why he sent me to the academy. If I left now, I'm sure he'd have a strong opinion about it. Sorry. I strayed away from the topic. I'm not good at telling stories either. Good. I'm glad. So, as I was saying, are you sure I'm not bothering you, Professor? Oh, I'm so grateful to hear you say that. What I'm trying to say is, you should keep your distance. I'm more trouble than I'm worth. You only say that because you don't know the real me. I'm sorry, I have to go.
Still no sign of Flayn. What should we do, Teach? I'll admit, I'm out of schemes here.
Professor! Claude, something's very wrong. Please, hurry to Professor Yuritsa's room.
Yuritsa. Ah, the combat professor with the mask. He has always been rather suspicious. We must hurry.
Knock knock. Is anybody... Whoa! Professor Manuela!
I heard a scream coming from here just moments ago. It must have been Professor Manuela.
She's unconscious. She was clearly attacked by someone.
Hey, it kind of looks like Professor Manuela is pointing at something.
So we follow where she's pointing and... Oh, what do we have here? There's a rather suspicious hole behind that shelf.
What is the meaning of... Wait, is that Manuela? What happened here? We must take her to the infirmary immediately. You! Don't just stand there. Help me carry her.
Right, right. Hold down the fort for me, Teach. I'll be back once we get Professor Manuela taken care of.
What could have happened here? And where is Professor Yuritsa?
This must be related to that girl's disappearance. What if she's being held captive down there? Well, no, that's crazy, right?
Right. It's scary, but okay.
Don't be a coward, Ignatz. We'll be fine, as long as we stick close to the professor.
You're right. What should we do?
We've got to investigate. Lead the way, Professor.
The culprit could be hiding inside, so let's be extra cautious.
Oh, it's way too creepy down here. And it smells funny. And... Ah! A person! They're unconscious. Yes! It's Flayn! Oh, but there's someone else too.
Someone is coming. That scythe. Could it be the night we fought at the Holy Mausoleum?
That sword. You must be. One of us will die. The other will live. I will enjoy this dance of damnation.